It's time for a Drunk Talk TV Music Industry News Desk Report.
Strap yourself in for word prohibited, batteries not included, not available. State of shock.
Hi everyone, happy Friday. This is Shylee Graff coming to you with another News Desk Report. Today I have Cindy Goldberg here with me. Cindy, what do you have going on?
Well, thank you for having me, Shylee. I'm really glad to be here. My organization, Beekeepers, is really busy getting ready for the UK Drum Show. That's October 18th and 19th across the pond in Liverpool in the UK. And we've got a hit movie, a hit film, Beekeepers, The Next Chapter. It's all about a community of female drummers who came together. And we're going to showcase the film over there and grow the drumming community and hopefully make some new friends. So we're really looking forward to it.
That sounds awesome. Very exciting news. Today, in honor of Cindy being here this week, we've created the Cindy Goldberg discount code for the Drum Talk TV Brilliance membership site, which will give you 6 months of the premium level membership for free. Just go to www.drumtalktvbrilliance.com and select the premium sign-up option. Then use the code in all caps and one word, DTTVB Cindy at checkout. Premium members get access to our past Q&As and virtual concerts. We've had Rudy Sarzo, Oliver Wakeman, and McStein and Miniman, just to name a few. This month, we have 4 upcoming Q&As where you'll get to ask the questions. More details on those coming up. And again, the code is all caps in one word, DTTVB Cindy, and it expires on Sunday, August 17th, 11:59 p.m. Pacific U.S. time.
Now it's time for
Shylee, I know you are very involved in singing, a cappella, and in choirs. What are some of the favorite places you've sang at and performed at?
Oh, that's a great question. Well, I have done a few different performances. Of course, in high school, I performed in my high school auditorium, which was basically when I started high school. So it was really fun. It had really great acoustics to perform in. I've also performed at in college for an group, and that was really fun because it also had good acoustics. It was a great group. I think I have been able to perform is actually in Carnegie Hall in New York City last May. That was the experience of a lifetime, and I'm so happy that I got to do it. I also got to the chance to perform with my sister as well, so that was really, really special.
Wonderful. Even Carnegie Hall, congratulations.
Yes, thank you. How about you? Where have you performed your favorite place?
Well, I have performed in a lot of local clubs in and around my city, and I especially love to do local special events like night markets and fundraising events, and putting together all kinds of special events to raise money for good causes. But the best place I would say recently was when I was in Dallas for Drumathon, the fundraiser for Breast Cancer Can Stick It. And I got on stage and was able to do a drum solo that helped benefit the cause.
That's really exciting. That sounds like an awesome opportunity. And folks watching, feel free, if you're a performer, to comment where your favorite place to perform has been and what you performed.
It's time for This Day in Music History. One out the whole week because we'd be here forever.
All right, on this day, August 8th, back in 2019, thousands of Beatles fans found their way to London's Abbey Road 50 years after the group walked over its zebra crossing for the cover of their final album. Transportation in London was briefly interrupted as 2 bus routes were diverted due to the queues waiting to cross the road that blocked traffic. That is kind of a cool thing and, big part of music history to be able to visit that place. And so, yeah, I can imagine there was a lot of people interested in doing that back in 2019.
I can't wait to go to Liverpool for the first time and see these Beatle landmarks and learn more about the history hands-on. This day in 2002, the UK's biggest undertakers co-op funeral services reported that bereaved families preferred pop songs to hymns at funerals. List-topping songs included Wind Beneath My Wings by Bette Midler, Angels by Robbie Williams, and My Heart Will Go On by Celine Dion. Other surprising songs on the list included Another One Bites the Dust, and this one really surprised me. Queen, Wake Me Up Before You Go Go was by Wham.
Yes, those are very surprising songs to play at a funeral. I think that the families and possibly even the deceased had to have a really great sense of humor to get away with that.
Definitely.
In 1996, Kiss appeared at the Riverfront Coliseum in Cincinnati, Ohio, while embarking on their 192-date Alive World Tour. During the show, a fan threw his fake leg onto the stage, and the band members signed it before tossing it back to him. That is also really kind of fun, and, you know, the band probably was just so into it and so willing to do it, and, you know, I'm sure the person that got it signed probably still has that leg somewhere.
That's a moment they'll never forget, I'm sure. Very historic. And speaking of historic moments, here's an album that I remember hearing and thinking this is going to shake things up, and it really did. This day in 1988, American hip-hop group NWA released Straight Outta Compton on Ruthless Records. The album redefined the world and direction of hip-hop, and in 2017, it was selected for preservation in the National Recording Registry by the Library of Congress for being culturally, historically, and artistically significant.
Very big deal there, and it definitely did shake things up and make history and change the path of American hip hop for good. Also in 1987, U2 scored their second US #1 single from their album Joshua Tree with the song I Still Haven't Found What I'm Looking For. The song received 2 nominations for the 30th Grammy Awards in 1988 for Record of the Year and Song of the Year. This is actually one of my favorite U2 songs, I think. I don't know all of their discography, but I know a handful of their songs. And I actually know it because it is featured along with a couple of other U2 songs in Sing 2, an animated children's movie about singing animals. And that's been one of my favorite movies for a while. So definitely fun to see that this scored US #1.
It's definitely some of the songs that were the soundtrack of my youth, my teen years and my university years. And not only that album, the next one we're going to talk about, which is from 1981 this day, MTV broadcast its first stereo concert with REO Speedwagon, who performed in Denver, Colorado. The group had just released the album High Infidelity and had hit singles like Keep On Lovin' You, Take It On the Run, and Don't Let Him Go. And I remember thinking those were the songs that I would clean the house or the apartment to. Always enjoyed having them on in the background.
Awesome. In 1969, the photo session for the cover art of Abbey Road by the Beatles took place at the Crossing outside Abbey Road Studios in London, like we talked about at the beginning. Photographer Ian McMillan balanced on a stepladder in the middle of the road and took 6 shots of the Beatles walking across the zebra crossing, all while a police officer held up traffic. The band returned to the studio after the shoot and recorded overdubs on The End, I Want You, She's So Heavy, and Oh Darling. Can you imagine being the police officer that held up traffic for one of the most iconic photos and cover album arts in music history?
I can't
and
imagine.
You played a part in that. That's really cool.
That's amazing. I can't imagine being there at that time. Also in 1966, there's some more Beatles history. August was the Beatles month for several years, it seems. The South African Broadcasting Corporation banned all Beatles records in response to John Lennon's comment about the Beatles being bigger than Jesus. And also on this exact day, the Beatles' seventh album, Revolver, was released in the US, featuring songs like Eleanor Rigby, I'm Only Sleeping, Tomorrow Never Knows, and others. It spent 77 weeks on the Billboard chart, peaking at #1. Now, I have to say, Revolver is probably one of my top 3 albums of all time. And I listened to it, I guess, about 1,000 times, right from childhood through my 40s when I eventually wore it out.
That's awesome. I am pretty familiar with Eleanor Rigby specifically. I danced for a really long time throughout my childhood, and just recently, last year, I did a dance to Eleanor Rigby through my college. So that was really exciting and a song that is, dear to my heart now.
Let's see what's in the news at Drum Talk TV. Yeah.
So, as a reminder, there are 3 challenges going on this month, where first, second, and third place winners can win music store gift certificates worth up to $125 USD and a chance to be reviewed on Rock TV. The Jordison challenges have extended to August 31st at 11:59 p.m. Pacific. Here's a video about the Joe Challenge.
Drum Talk TV Brilliance presents the Joey Jordison Tribute Drumming Challenge. Submissions window now extended through August 31st, 2025, 11:59 p.m. Pacific US time. Play along to tracks featuring the legendary Slipknot drummer, whether they be from that band, Scar the Martyr, Murder Dolls, many possibilities. First, second, and third place winners can win a gift certificate to their favorite music store, as well as a free Drum Talk TV shirt. Shirts only ship in the US. And first place will have the chance to be interviewed live on Drum Talk TV. The tracks you play along to must be the officially released versions. They will not get muted or pulled from a platform. Record your videos horizontally. Once done, submit in our membership site, which has a free tier and a premium tier. Free members can send in 2 videos, premium members can send in however many they want. Your videos will be reviewed and graded on accuracy, fan praise, and sound. For the fan praise factor, invite people to comment the word vote under each video they like. The judging criteria is explained further on the submissions page. Go to drumtalktvbrilliance.com and join the fun.
Now here's another fun challenge. The Start It Up challenge is for instrumentalists of all kinds, not just drummers. Play an ostinato with your instrument to mimic a motor starting up. Here's Dan with some examples.
Now extended through August 31st, 2025, 11:59 p.m. Pacific US time. Join the Start It Up challenge at drumtalktvbrilliance.com for a chance to win prizes. This is not just for drummers. Pretend you're starting a motor and then play some sort of ostinato on your instrument. If you submit a video like this, or like this, you could win a first, second, or third place gift certificate to a favorite music store, as well as a free Drum Talk TV shirt, only shipping in the US. First place can also have a Drum Talk TV interview. Judging criteria will be based on the following: 50% creativity, 30% playing skills, and 20% fan praise. Invite people to comment the word vote under your video. To get in on the challenge, you can be a free member of Drum Talk TV Brilliance and submit up to 2 videos, or become a premium member and submit as many as you'd like. So join the fun and show us what you got.
New this month, we have the Ginger Baker Tribute Drumming Challenge running through August 31st. Play video tracks along featuring him from any era of his long music career. Here's a video with all the details.
Drum Talk TV Brilliance presents the Ginger Baker Tribute Drumming Challenge running until August 31st, 2025, 11:59 p.m. Pacific US time. For his birth month, play along to tracks featuring the legendary drummer. First, second, and third place winners can win a gift certificate to their favorite music store, as well as a free Drum Talk TV shirt. Shirts only ship in the US. And first place will have the chance to be interviewed live on Drum Talk TV. As per our rules, the tracks you play along to must be the officially released versions. No need to worry about them getting taken off our platform, whether they be from Cream, Ginger Baker's Air Force, his solo work, Hawkwind, pretty much any official track he's played on. Record your videos horizontally. Once done, submit in our membership site. Free members can send in 2 videos. Higher level members can send however many they want. Your videos will be reviewed and graded on accuracy, sound, and fan praise. For the fan praise factor, invite people to comment the word VOTE under each video they like. The judging criteria is explained further on the submissions page. Go to www.drumtalktvbrilliance.com and join the fun.
August is indeed Ginger Baker month at Drum Talk TV. Hopefully we all have a little of the fire and flair of Ginger Baker. Here's a
Hey
video.
everybody, Dan Schinder here with Drum Talk TV announcing it's
Sorry,
Ginger
everyone.
Baker month. His birthday would have been, well, still is, August 19th, and we're celebrating Ginger all month long in a few different ways. The Drum Talk TV Drumming Tribute Challenge is happening all month long. For Ginger Baker, you can win up to a $125 gift certificate to your favorite music store. Chime in with your favorite tribute playing to officially released music by Cream or anything else that Ginger played on Ginger Baker's Air Force. There's plenty of material out there. One of the most influential drummers ever. And on the 12th, noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern, we're going to have Nettie Baker and Kofi Baker on for an interview, as well as a Drum Talk TV Brilliance membership fan Q&A session. Nettie with a new book, Kofi out on and off on tour with Sons of Cream. Lots to talk about. The next day on the 13th, noon Pacific, Jeff Berlin and myself with our show Rhythm and Lows. The theme is going to be Jack Bruce and Ginger Baker, of course. And Jeff did a whole album attributing to the late, great Jack Bruce. And then later in the month, what day? Don't even have it in front of me. Lou Calderola and myself with our show Under the Influence. Also a tribute to Cream. So join us for that, and we will see you on all those days. Participate, join in. It's going to be lots of fun. What an impactful band. In such a short time that Cream was around, the amount of material that they put out and the amount of influence that they blasted onto so many musicians over the following generations is truly remarkable. So join us in celebrating Ginger Baker the month of August. Thanks.
So as he mentioned there, Ginger Baker's son and daughter, Kofi Baker of Sons of Cream and Nettie Baker, whose upcoming book is titled Cream Chronicled, will be doing a fan Q&A for drumtalktvbrilliance.com. If you're not a premium member and just want to register for the Q&A, there is an option on the site to get a $7 ticket just for the stream. And this option will also be available prior to the other Q&As. Alternatively, you can go to the site and become a premium member using the current active discount code DTTVB Cindy, which will give you premium access for 6 months.
All right. Yeah, it's a really great deal, everyone. So go check that out. Shylee, are you doing okay right now? There might be a slight lag.
You're a little glitchy, but sorry, folks, I'm having some internet issues.
Okay. Are you still able to read through these, or like how are things on your end?
I will give it my best shot.
Okay. All right. I'll be backstage again.
It's a great deal. So we're getting
All
back
right.
to the deal. Yes.
Where are we at, Cindy?
We're going to just do talking about some of the great deals we have coming up. All about the Q's and A's after that. Thursday, August 14th, 6 p.m. Pacific, we have Q's and A's with Bobby Rondinelli, whose credits include Blue Oyster Cult, Rainbow, Quiet Riot, and Black Sabbath, just to name a few. Then Thursday, August 21st, 12 p.m. Pacific, is with drummer Russell Gilbrook of Uriah Heep. And on Thursday, the 28th, we have drummer Peter Erskine of Weather Report and Steps Ahead, respectively, both at noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Again, the code is DTTV Cindy, and it expires Sunday, August 17th, 11:59 Pacific U.S. time.
Another great reason to become a premium member is you'll have the option to join the Drum Talk TV Brilliance Ambassadors Program. Premium members refer people with a code for them to use at sign up, and your reward is $10 per sign up. Here's Dan to explain.
Hey everybody, Dan here from Drum Talk TV and Drum Talk TV Brilliance. Hey, how would you like to make bank by being a premium member of Drum Talk TV Brilliance? It's easy. Like, you're a music fan, right? That's why you joined. How many other music fans do you know? Right? So what if they got a discount for joining if you referred them and you got $10 for each one you refer? I mean, you'd pretty much have to be a doofus like this to miss out on something like that, right? Because being fellow music fans, we all know fellow music fans. So go ahead, invite your friends with your own code. We'll tell you how in a minute. But that way you can enjoy things like our live stream concerts, our fan Q&As with big artists, producers, and record executives, our twice-a-month game shows, and other fun things in Drum Talk TV Brilliance with your friends while giving them a discounted invitation, and you make bank. So there you go. So follow the link in this post. If you're not already a premium member, become a premium member. And if you are a premium member, you'll get an email real soon to show how to get your own invite code where you can tell 2 friends, and they'll tell 2 friends. Tell 20 friends. That's $200. Wait, what? You'd have to be like this to miss out on that. You're not like that, are you? Invite your friends. Let's have some fun together. Healthy escapism away from the nonsense and the drama and the craziness online on social. Join us, Drum Talk TV Brilliance. We're here for the fun of it. Oh, and at any time, you can become a premium member, refer your friends, and make some bank.
Well, we have a lot of fun games coming up really soon. Join the next music-themed game show on Tuesday, August 19th at 6 p.m. Pacific. That's 9 p.m. Eastern. This game show will focus on music history trivia, farewells, reunions, and re-emergences. On drumtalktvbrilliance.com, go to the calendar and RSVP for the event. So you'll get the Zoom link emailed right to you.
And earlier this week, Dan interviewed Jason Christ, founder of Bring the Beat Back, Jack's Drum Shack, on Drum Talk TV. On Thursday, Dan and Steven interviewed John Perez, drummer of Texas-based Yes tribute band called Close to Yes, on Yes Shift, who talked about Propagapalooza, an event that's also included Clockwork Angels, a tribute to Rush, Schizoid Men, a tribute to King Crimson, and the Zeppelin Project. Tomorrow, Saturday the 9th at noon Pacific, Dan and Steven will do another Yes Shift episode, this time talking about albums that are most collected by fans of different prog rock bands.
And now a moment to acknowledge those who have passed.
This week, David Roach, Junkyard vocalist, passed away following a battle with cancer. The news was confirmed last weekend on August 2nd by Junkyard's social media account. According to Billboard, the band's statement said, quote, "It is with great sadness that we announce the passing of David Roach. After a courageous battle with cancer, David passed away peacefully last night at home in the loving arms of his wife. The band announced Roach's diagnosis of aggressive squamous cell carcinoma in March of this year, launching a GoFundMe to aid in his treatment. He was 59 years old.
Terry Reid, British musician nicknamed Super Lungs for his powerful voice, passed away this week. According to Billboard, his impressive music career included starting a band at age 13, joining Peter Jay and the Jaywalkers at age 15, then playing as a supporting act for the Rolling Stones on a UK tour in 1966, alongside Ike and Tina Turner and the Yardbirds. Aretha Franklin was reportedly smitten with his vocals, once reportedly saying, "There are only three things happening in England: the Rolling Stones, the Beatles, and Terry Reid." He was also responsible for recommending Robert Plant and John Bonham to Led Zeppelin after turning down the band's offer to be their vocalist, citing his commitment to touring with the Stones. He later also turned down a spot in Deep Purple in 1969. Reid was scheduled to play a run of shows starting in September, but was forced to cancel as he underwent treatment for cancer in July. His last live show was in September 2024 at the Half Moon in London. He was 75 years old.
Also, Carl Joy, pioneering Australian rock and roller, passed away earlier this week. According to Billboard, he was renowned for bringing the genre to the top of local charts for the first time. Joy began his music journey at a young age, first performing as a part of his brother's group before the band was invited to perform at Jazzarama, resulting in a name change for the band. Carl Joy and the Joy Boys became famous and soon hit #1 on the Sydney charts with Bye Bye Baby in 1959, and later that year became the first Australian band to hit #1 on the national charts with Oh Yeah, Uh-huh, which spent 4 weeks at the top. Joy and his brother Kevin eventually set up Joy Enterprises and Joy Music Company. Joy was an inaugural inductee to the ARIA Hall of Fame in 1988, sharing the honor with acts like Joan Sutherland, Johnny O'Keefe, AC/DC, and others. He was
Also, Jeannie Seely, Grand Ole Opry star and country music legend, passed away on August 1st from complications of an intestinal infection. Music Row reported that a public celebration of life titled Jeannie Seely's 5,398th Opry Show will take place on August 14th at 10 a.m. Eastern at the Opry House in Nashville. USA Today reports that Seely appeared on the Grand Ole Opry radio program more times than any other artist and was the first singer to record a live album on the Opry stage. Raised in Pennsylvania, she performed on local radio and television programs as a child before moving out to Los Angeles in the early 1960s. She moved to Nashville for good in 1965, and the first of her 5,397 Opry appearances occurred in 1966. In 1968, she won the third Grammy ever for Best Female Country Performance and continued to be a trailblazer for women in the country music industry when she wore a miniskirt on the Opry stage. And in 1985, after years of seeing the discrimination, she became the first woman to host a half-hour segment of the Grand Ole Opry. She was 85 years old.
Pianist, composer, and band leader Eddie Palmieri passed away on Wednesday, August 6th, in his home in Hackensack, New Jersey. The New York Times reported that his contributions to Afro-Caribbean music helped introduce the golden age of salsa in New York City, and his career established him as one of the greatest musical masterminds of the 20th century. In the 1970s, Palmieri blended salsa with jazz, rock, funk, and even modern classical music on a series of albums that shifted the styles and techniques of Latin music. He once said in an interview that the fundamental tools of his music were the, quote, complex African rhythmic patterns that are centuries old and that lie at the root of Afro-Cuban music. He would layer jazz harmonies over these patterns to create his musical masterpieces. His daughter, Gabriella Palmieri, confirmed his death, saying it came after an extended illness. Palmieri was 88 years old.
Now let's see what's been going on this week in the music industry.
Stevie Nicks. Some Stevie Nicks news. Stevie Nicks announced last Friday, August 1st, that her plans for the next 2 months have changed due to a recent injury. Billboard reported that Nicks fractured her shoulder in a recent incident, postponing the next 2 months' worth of upcoming shows and dates as she heals. A statement posted to her Instagram said, "Stevie looks forward to seeing everyone soon and apologizes to the fans for the inconvenience." Her concert dates in October will go on as scheduled, while shows in August and September will be rescheduled. All previously purchased tickets to the postponed dates will be honored once they are rescheduled in late October, November, and in December. Sweden's Way Out West Festival is drawing nearer, and with the event sold out, organizers came up with a great idea to get more fans for a cause. Billboard reported that the festival is offering a limited number of passes for adult Swedes who opt in to donating their organs in the event of their passing, dubbing the tickets kidney passes. The festival's website explained that tickets sold out much earlier than usual this year, and with no tickets left, the FOMO kicks in hard. People start saying they'd give up just about anything to get one. One phrase you often hear when tickets are gone, "I'd give a kidney for that." Once eligible ticket seekers prove that they signed up to the donation registry, they will be put in the running to win a 3-day festival pass. These passes are not guaranteed as supplies are limited, but those who win the pass will be given a wristband that says, "I gave a kidney for this ticket." That's something. And speaking of intimate concerts or special concerts you'd want to be a part of, Metallica has something very small and intimate coming up. They announced one of the most intimate shows to date at a small venue in Long Island, New York, while also addressing rumors about a possible residency at the Sphere in Las Vegas. Billboard reported that while the band is gearing up to finish their 2025 tour internationally, they will play a show at the Stephen Talkhouse, an only 250 capacity venue, on August 28. In an interview with Howard Stern, drummer Lars Ulrich spoke about the upcoming show and addressed rumors that the band would take their show to Las Vegas. Ulrich was unable to confirm these rumors, saying, "There's nothing to confirm." He also said, "It's something that we're considering, but nothing is etched in stone or greenlit." The band's M72 tour will take them to Australia, New Zealand, Bahrain, and the United Arab Emirates by the end of 2025, and will wrap up in July 2026 with dates in Europe and the UK.
Also this week, Kelly Clarkson announced Wednesday, August 6th, that her Las Vegas residency is taking an unplanned break as she postponed the remainder of the August dates. Billboard reported that she cited familial health issues as the reason for the break on her Studio Sessions concert series. In her statement, she said, quote, "While I normally keep my personal life private, this past year, my children's father has been ill, and at this moment, I need to be fully present for them. The affected show dates are August 8th and 9th and 15th and 16th. She ended by saying, "I am sincerely sorry to everyone who bought tickets to the shows, and I so appreciate your grace, kindness, and understanding."
The Stand Up to Cancer 9th Biennial Televised Fundraising Special will air on Friday, August 15th at 8 p.m. Eastern, being broadcast for the first time from Nashville, Tennessee. Billboard reported that musical guests like Jelly Roll, the Jonas Brothers, CeCe Winans, and Dan and Shay will perform at the event, which will be hosted by Sheryl Crow. The special is aimed at raising money for cancer research and will include pre-recorded segments from Jamie Foxx, Tim McGraw, Kevin Bacon, Zoe Saldana, Keith Urban, and Reese Witherspoon. The event will highlight stories from cancer survivors and recent breakthroughs in early cancer detection and treatment. The 1-hour special will be aired on over 30 media platforms in the US, including on all 4 major US broadcast networks. It will also be available to watch on digital and streaming platforms. Back a few weeks ago, we reported that a guitar stolen from the Rolling Stones while they recorded Exile on Main Street in France has been recovered by the Metropolitan Museum in New York after more than 50 years. Now, Parade reports that a feud over the ownership of the guitar is ongoing. The 1959 Gibson Les Paul made its US television debut on The Ed Sullivan Show, played by Keith Richards, Mick Taylor, who played guitar for the band between 1969 and 1974. Claims to have bought the guitar from the band's road manager while still with his other band in 1967, bring it right back into the band at his debut 1969 performance in Hyde Park with the Stones. After being stolen in 1971, the guitar's journey to the Met is perplexing for Taylor, and his manager says there are numerous photos of Taylor playing the instrument up until its disappearance. The Met, however, has remained adamant that Taylor never officially owned the guitar, and the museum's provenance for the instrument states that Adrian Miller owned it in 1971. Miller died in 2006, and there's no record on how he came to own it. Reportedly, the instrument went up for sale at Christie's in 2004, but didn't sell. It was then purchased by Swedish producer Peter Svensson after Miller's death, and was then acquired by collector Dirk Ziff 10 years later. He gifted it to the museum this year, along with a collection of other vintage instruments. The Who's frontman Roger Daltrey opened up about his health issues this week as he hits the road again at 81 years old. Parade reported that the icon revealed the lingering effects from viral meningitis he contracted 9 years ago has left him with lasting complications. He shared, "It's buggered up my internal thermometer, so every time I start singing in a climate over 75 degrees, I'm wringing with sweat, which drains my body salts." Daltrey shared that the potential to get ill is very present and he's nervous about making it through the tour. Additionally, he shared this year that he is losing his hearing and sight, believing that his hearing loss actually stems from his time working in a sheet metal factory before even joining the band. He's also been diagnosed with macular degeneration, the cause for his waning eyesight.
Here's a reminder of what's coming up soon on Drum Talk TV.
Unfortunate news there. Hope he can get through as many show dates as possible. Thank you, everyone, also for your patience with my connection issues today. Don't know what's going on exactly. All right. Remember to submit your videos for a chance to win a gift certificate and an interview spot on Drum Talk TV. The deadline is August 31st, 11:59 p.m. Pacific.
And join us for the next game show on Tuesday, August 19th at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. A game of music history, trivia, farewells, reunions, and reemergences. RSVP on Facebook or on our website, www.drumtalktvbrilliance.com.
And remember to use the discount code, all caps, one word, DTTVB Cindy, for 6 months when you sign up for premium membership at drumtalktvbrilliance.com before it expires on Sunday, August 17th, 11:59 Pacific. As a premium member, you'll have access to our upcoming Q&As, the soonest ones being with Kofi Baker and Nettie Baker on the 12th and Bobby Rondinelli on the 14th. Thank you, everyone, and have a great weekend.